beautiful day with this, which is gorgeous. Now I'm trying to get my head around the fact that here you are. We'll talk about the horror writer in a minute, but I just realised that you've had books published by Random House. You're about 14. How is all this happening?
Well, not 14, I wish I was. 29.
But where did this all begin? Because it's a wonderful thing to have, your work out there.
I'm really lucky. I've always loved writing. I've been a very passionate writer. Never thought I could actually do it because I was quite dyslexic as a kid.
Right.
But I think that made me love books and arts and things like that more because of what it didn't come quite as easy. But yeah, I've been writing since I was in school. I was very lucky that when I got out of school, I published. I got a book published when I was 21.
Wow.
My agent, Marion Gunn O'Connor, she got me a deal with Random House, so that was brilliant. And then a few years later, I published my second book with them.
Right.
And I am still working on books, but theatre kind of took over at that
Okay.
That's when the love of theatre kind of came in.
Would it be in a genre here? Like, I don't know whether your love of horror is also in your novels, or whether it's...
Yeah, well, I think my love of dark comedy is in everything I do. I love a bit of dark comedy. I've always been obsessed with kind of everything spooky, everything creepy, everything Halloweeny, but this would be my first time translating that love into a work. Yeah.
Right. I'm trying to think now where this came from. I don't know whether your parents were Satanists, whether maybe they voted Fianna Fáil or something. I don't know what would bring in the darkness. Was there...
Maybe there was a dungeon I haven't found in our lovely house or something like that.
Can you trace it back? Do you think there was certain, I don't know whether you're a big Tim Burton fan or whether you just like the old horror?
I loved Tim Burton. Like, I think The Nightmare Before Christmas might have been
pretty
my
favorite
film when I was a kid. I also loved Basil, the Great Mouse Detective.
I
have a dog.
Disney,
I named him after that. His name is Basil.
Right.
Kind of thing. And then as I got older, like I love American Horror Story. I think it's just genius. It's very clever, and I like the kind of horror. I don't like grotesque. I don't like disturbing. I don't like shock for the sake of shock. I like clever horror.
Right.
Something that just makes you think.
Which thankfully there's a lot of, like Joss Whedon. There's lots of people who are delving into that world of being able to take you just beyond the obvious into a certain amount of just self-awareness, but also delivering the spooks. Now, often people write dark passages really from sort of misery in their own lives. Either they live through a hellish kind of experience, or they live in a a remote part of the world that's just difficult. You had a sunny day in Glendalough was your trigger.
Exactly. Yeah, no,
which is a hellhole. It is a dreadful.
It kind of freaks my parents out, I won't lie, because I come out with all these dark ideas and plots, and I've had the most lovely life. I have a really lovely family who I get along with great. I grew up, I had horses and everything. I'm very active. I love sports.
And yes, a sunny day in Glendalough.
There's a very dark part of my personality that just sneaks its way out every now and again.
We should tap into this, because this is really where the horror writer began. You're walking in Glendalough, and rather than the beautiful sunny day that's around you, a little bit too hot and all that, you start to see frozen lakes and wolves in the snow. And did it take like, was it instantly you felt there's something here I'm definitely going to work with, or?
Yeah, I think I always work from backwards, and I won't reveal the end of the play, but there's a big twist at the end of the play, and I kind of, when I was out walking, I thought of that twist.
The wolf is really a woman.
Could be.
Okay.
There you go. Could be. But yeah, there's a big twist at the end of the play, and I kind of thought of that, and I was like, ooh, that'd be really interesting if that was a play. And as I was walking and I was looking around myself, I kind of thought, well, how did we get to that point? How did we get to that ending? And then that's when I started seeing snow and frozen lakes, and I hate the heat. This is beautiful day, but I hate summery days and things like that. I love when it's snowing and it's
you are a vampire, so vampires do prefer the dark, and nighttime. Nighttime is perfect, really.
I just kind of, I'm not quite sure where it comes from, and I already was talking about this in rehearsals last night. Actually, I'm a very obsessive personality, and once I get an idea, which is what happened with this, I literally can't think of anything else. It's this story, and this is everything. And I contacted the director, who's a friend of mine, that day.
Kieran Gallagher.
Kieran Gallagher, and I said, I think I have a story, and he goes, oh great, let me know when you've written it. And I was on to him less than 2 weeks later going, I've written it. Would you like to read it now? And he was
it's good to have sick and twisted people like that involved as well, because it brings another layer of darkness to the whole procedure. And you've got Sinead, Neimer and Brian, and you've got your cast in there. Were they all able to sort of, I don't know if you gave them reference points, were they able to tap into it straight away? Did you say, well, these are the kind of little kind of signposts I'd like you to think about what we're doing here.
Exactly. Well, yeah. Well, it's been a really lovely collaborative process so far. So
Hello, sir. How are you?
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's been a really lovely collaborative process so far. So yeah, we just sat down and we read it all together, and then we sat for maybe 2 or 3 hours and just talked and what we thought and what we felt and why the characters made the decisions they made and the motivation behind it. And I love doing that, and I love being in the room for the early stages of rehearsals anyway, because things I didn't even know were in the script will suddenly come out of the script, and
Right.
it's fabulous, and the actors bring a whole new level to it.
Right, thank you.
Thank you so much.
And do you find now that once you've got this strong kind of core story in your head, as you collaborate with other people, really, as you put it onto a play, it becomes maybe a slightly different beast, and it gets different kind of hairs? Or is it pretty much for you, it's always a case of, well, this is the core of it, I don't really mind?
I think the core doesn't change.
Right.
I think the themes and the style and what I'm trying to achieve doesn't
Right.
change. But yeah, they're definitely, when you get there, like, sometimes one of the actors or even the director or anyone will say, like, oh, what did you think about this? And I was like, oh, that's a brilliant idea. That's much better than what I was suggesting. Let's put that in the script.
Right.
Which I really love, and I think maybe that's why I'm quite addicted to theatre, and why I love books, but why I've let them take a slight backseat, because it's a collaborative thing. I'm not on my own. I'm not in my head all the time.
Right. Which sounds like it could be dangerous to be there too long on your own. Yeah, I think
in my head it
a certain amount of psychosis might kick in. So I don't know whether this is a very kind of in any way at all scary on a kind of professional level to step into a world that maybe you knew that you'd written the books and they've been published and they were but this is a new venture, a new kind of skill set maybe.
Yeah. Well, I'm confident in my playwriting because I've done a few plays before.
Right.
I've had 2 plays in Ireland and then 2 plays abroad produced.
Right.
So I'm confident in that, and I'm confident in my dark humour. But yes, there was moments where we get into kind of the more horror and the more scary bits, and that was scary for me because that was the unknown, and I wanted to go back to the comedy and back to the one-liners that I'm good at, and I was like, no, this is more interesting. I need to be brave here. And we actually had this horrible realization last night. Well, it's a good realization because there's a female character. There's 2 female characters in it, and both played by Sinead. And I was trying to see which one was more like myself, because writers always put themselves in the right. But then I had the horrible realization of neither of them are me. The writer, the horror writer, is me. And I was like, there we go. Oh, my neurosis.
You know what? I possibly would have guessed that by the title and by the fact that you are the writer of the horror writer.
And all my obsessive behaviour and everything. It's all there.
So that's kind of talent for being able to handle both novels and plays. It would seem like a very short hop, skip, and a jump to movies and to screen. I don't know if that's
maybe one day. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I think TV writing is a slightly different skill to playwriting.
Sure. You got to have exclamation marks every 12 minutes.
Yeah, but it's shorter, it's snappier, it's quicker scenes. In a way, you have more freedom with film writing. But then in theatre, you can. There's something wonderful about people come in and they accept this is a live performance, this is somewhat of a fantasy, and they're open to it. And I do love the live performance experience. You've made a commitment, you're there, you're in the room with someone, and what you are experiencing is individual to that night.
Right.
You don't get that with TV. But TV's fabulous, and I'd love to write something for TV one day, but at the moment I'm just addicted to theatre.
Now we should wrap up by saying Greystone's very wealthy, very posh, very wimpy people. So just so you're aware, everybody here carries a taser because they're just generally nervous of outsiders. So if there is anything particularly scary, try and keep the actors or anybody involved with the play away from the audience, because there could be some major voltage going through the crowd.
And they're all Dublin city centre actors, so yeah, they're being brave.
Moly,
they're being very brave.
Double padlocks on the car park, the whole shebang. But we look forward to this, and we should say it is as much comedy as horror. It's not like, well, this is about scaring people. It's really about the dark humour of.
Yeah, no, we've labelled it as 12 plus because that's the thing. There's nothing disturbing. There's nothing. You're not going to go home and go, Jesus, I'm freaked out or anything like that. But it's a good, scary, fun night.
Rock and roll. All right, how are you, Alan? There.